seen a lot in my students too. When it comes to we as teachers, we deliver instruction, and sometimes we go too fast without noticing, and that does impact the learning on this type of students. So that's why it's important that we know our students beforehand, and if we know that anyone is experiencing some of these difficulties, that we know that, so that we can address it. A lot of times what we do is, if we have a student in our class like this, we would go to them afterwards. After explaining to everybody, we would come closer to them and we would explain the task in a smaller chunks, if you would say, which is why a lot of the times you will see teachers using a lot of graphic organizers nowadays, so that in a way we're kind of breaking the task down in smaller chunks, but also delivering the same type of material as you would for everyone else in the class. So we try to help as much as we can, but I think there's a lot more we can do. So that's why I think we should continue to do research. I think it is important for everybody to raise awareness about the fact that some people have difficulty processing information, and they process information different ways. So I'm just going to say that we need to be very aware of who our students are, who our friends are, so that we can better support them in the environment that we all live in.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Here. I think ADHD can affect people because it can sometimes limit them and allow them to procrastinate or be distracted from what they could be doing. And I think that it can affect the way that they process information, and
I think they think like differently. They interact differently towards other people. If it affects like doing like other things, like their way of doing things, something like that.
How do people with ADHD comprehend things and process information on the daily?
I think they process information the same as everybody else. It's normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The question is, how do you think people with ADHD process information and comprehend things on the daily?
Well, that's kind of a hard question to answer. Some people believe that it's like it's different based on the person, but well, that is true. But I think that they just process it in a different way, like more, let's say, more creative than what like the average group of people would follow.
Button? Oh, record. I'm sorry. Let's start fresh. So I was able to multitask and process multiple things at once instead of focusing on just one or two tasks. So that's what worked best for me when I used to be in the banking world.
Thank you.
I think that in certain situations it can be like difficult for them, since like they can get overwhelmed with all the stuff. But sometimes like if they have like schedule or something already planned, they can like focus and they can work a little bit better.
Thank you.
Well, are you gonna ask the question?
Oh, okay. How do you think people with ADHD process information and comprehend things on the daily?
I feel like people with ADHD, like I have ADHD too,
Mm-hmm.
and then I process things, but it's just like I process it a little later, and then like it takes a little bit more time to process it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does this affect you on your daily life?